Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I just posted a video asking the people who hear my voice to assist me and the Spirit in changing the world, to make it as paradise. You see, ladies and gentlemen, as these I've mentioned along with the American people for years and years, I now ask you to help me to really change the world in the name of the power that created it. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you this because some things happen in my life that leads me to understand that my purpose here is to do exactly what I've been doing for quite some time. You see, the charge came that I should learn the truth, that I should be an instrument of administering that truth. But in order for me to do that, I had to be qualified. I had to know what I'm talking about. So I was charged to travel across the country and tell the people about the basic principles that are essential in producing the kinds of things that I always mention: peace, prosperity, freedom, joy of life, the fulfillment of our dreams. I'm constantly telling people that. And I'm to keep a record how people respond to it. And after having done so, I was given that the title would be that the people are on the path to hell. That included American Christians and all religions, just general societies. We are on the path to hell. Now that seems like really an ambitious statement. And it is a statement that most people would never want to hear. And yet I've been given charge to say it anyway. And I must say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not proud of myself for how I've given that message. I've been afraid because I know how we as people are and how you resent such. But now I guess it's making me feel better now to be able to say, yes, we are. And when I've gone across the country and I've done everything that I was given to do, and the people's response was such that it was evidence that we're on that path to hell. But I was being taught about you, regardless of what you say. I was amongst you. I was talking to you. I was giving you a choice to respond to what you are hearing and your response. Now I was taking a step further. I was given to take that same message and seek public office like politicians do, to seek public office, offering you the same peace, the same prosperity, the same fantastic thing that would make this a beautiful society. I did it as running for president of the United States at least 4 times, as running for governor of the state of Minnesota at least once, running for United States Senator from the state of Minnesota at least twice, running for mayor of the city of St. Paul, Minnesota, and the mayor at a different time of Woodbury, Minnesota. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken all of those avenues and I've carried one message: the message of love, or staying on the path to hell. You've never heard of me. And if you did, it wasn't to this degree of that capacity. And so it was designed. Why didn't you hear me? Because I came from the truth. I came to give you the message of freedom. I didn't come to get your money, to feed the system that is destroying our lives. I brought the greatest message. You are free. You are the child of an unknown power, that only that power has control over you, and no other man, no other woman, no other up. It's that power that you can't see, but it lives within you. That's the message that I wanted to bring, and that's the message I was given to bring, and that's the message I brought. But each time, ladies and gentlemen, I had to run in these political pursuits as a write-in, a write-in. And to this date, the evidence is that you're on the path to hell. But it's not just the knowledge that I have been given. It's the evidence that I've been shown. Look at it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just that you didn't stand up and support what you say you love about God, what you love about one another. It's not that you just turn your back on that. But when you saw the nature of God's love manifest before you, the killing and murders of all of these people across this country, but mainly to draw attention was George Floyd, to see how he was murdered, to see the power behind that murder. The power that reached across the waters and the deserts to say it's happening to us too. We stand solid with you. Then, having done that, we saw the President of the United States, who represents all of the stuff that most of us was taught was evil. Stay away from this stuff. This is the devil's stuff. But we saw a man walk on the scene, not like me, but a rich man, driver with planes, and says I'm rich, says I'm the smartest man. I got a fantastic brain. I'm what? The elite. I got gold toilets. All these kinds of things that people loved it. And every time he opened his mouth telling lies, didn't matter, the cameras were right there. Boop, boop, boop. And they fed the public all of these lies. And then when those people in America who decided that they were not going to go along with it, decided to expose this falsehood and get it out of office, we found that the rest of the government, Congress, the Senate, found nothing wrong with what he was doing, even though everybody knew it. We saw them take an oath that they would serve the Constitution, you the people, for the benefit of the Constitution, you the people, to keep guys like this and the rest of you protected. And yet here they were, having taken that oath within 5 minutes, they were violating it. Now what does that say, ladies and gentlemen? How faster can you go to hell? How faster can you go to hell when people like that particular man in the White House and that particular Senate and those who are calling themselves talking about God over there with them? Where else do you think you're going? You're going to the same kind of hell that Papa Doc used to do? The one that they were doing over in Paw Pop? The one they were doing right here with Bull Connor and his crew, through the murder of one of the finest men that ever lived, the murder of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and others. Where else do you think we're going? Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of us who recognize the truth, what good is it if we do nothing about it? So I'm saying, we have this charge. We have this charge. Well, I think I'll just leave it there to put a thought on your mind. I will be putting out posts explaining the need of you and your expertise, your involvement in changing this world. I will be reaching out publicly, trying to get the media attention to share with you that these are possible. It's so simple, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who don't understand exactly what I've been talking about with these principles, I posted other videos. So look for that. I just can't mention this one other thing on every video. It makes it seem like I'm just sharing that message over and over. And I am, but there's some other information that you should receive. So take this not lightly, but be concerned. Until next time, this is A. Marcus say goodbye.